Welcome everyone to NAWBO On the Go. My name is Tanya, and with me today I have Dr. Rita Renee from our Greater Raleigh chapter. How are you today, my friend?
I'm doing amazing.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about life, leadership, voice, business, and burnout. So,
Yeah.
before we jump in, let me ask, we always start with a personal fun fact about our speaker. What moment in your life required you to stop shrinking and trust your voice? And how did that decision change the way you lead today?
Well, one moment I can think of right off the top of my head is I had to lead a corporate meeting, and this was my first meeting, and everyone was looking for me to fail. And
I love that.
they were looking for me to fail, and it was so I was surprised as a newbie, but I understood that there were some tension versus, people are very territorial about their positions when a new person comes in. And we always say with nurses, because I'm have a nursing background, we
Mhm.
eat our young.
Oh, that's so funny.
So that
That's
was a pivotal
hilarious.
moment for me.
Oh my gosh, my goodness, that's crazy. And how did that change the way that you lead today?
Well, I thought about other leaders and the people that I was bringing up and mentoring. And I never want anybody to feel like that in any situation,
Absolutely.
especially when you're going through promotions and things like that. So as a leader, I had more compassion, more empathy, and just had more grace walking with people during their journey in their growth in a profession, whether it's outside or inside or what organization. I saw myself, mirrored myself in them, and that gave me a greater, capacity to work with them.
That's
And
amazing.
I didn't gatekeep, so I shared the knowledge and my even the things that I did wrong, I shared with them so they can be
Mhm.
better.
Yeah, community over competition for sure.
Absolutely.
Yes, I love that. Okay. So leadership starts long before titles. We
Absolutely.
all know that.
Mhm.
How did your life at home shape the way you show up as a leader today?
So leadership for me was shaped first in responsibility, not recognition. So at home, I learned how to carry the weight quietly or be dependable, listening deeply, managing tension, showing up consistently, even when no one was applauding me. So you learn that at home. And that taught me that leadership isn't about being seen first, it's about being trusted first. And I learned how words land, how silence can either protect or harm, and how presence matters more than position.
Yes, for sure. I love that. Okay, so you mentioned that you were a nurse.
Mhm.
How long were you a nurse?
I've been a nurse and I'm still nursing, so I still
Mhm.
work in corporate. So I've been a nurse for over 36 years.
So, first, before we jump into questions about this, thank you
Oh, thank you.
because nursing is tough and you frequently do not see people on their best day. And that can be tough. That can be hard to deal with. And so just thank you.
You're welcome.
So, after decades in healthcare and corporate leadership, what did experience teach you about leadership that no title ever could?
It taught me that influence outlives authority. And what I mean by that, titles give us access, but the experience builds discernment. I learned how to lead through pressure, how to make decisions when the stakes were like human lives, not just numbers, and how to carry vision without becoming hardened. Experience taught me humility, it taught me patience, and the cost of leadership when it's done well.
Amazing. And there came a point where you chose alignment over burnout.
Mhm.
Well, first, let's talk about what that means. What does choosing alignment mean?
So I realized something. I realized I was succeeding externally while eroding internally. So I wasn't tired because I was doing too much. I was just tired because too much of what I was doing wasn't aligning. And so that season kind of forced me honestly to look at what I was doing and stop asking, can I do this? And then start asking, am I called to carry this? And that changed
Ooh,
everything for me.
yes. Okay. So when you chose alignment over burnout,
Mhm.
what shifted for you in that season?
So what shifted was me speaking up and
Good
saying, hey,
girl.
I
Mhm.
can't do this, or I don't have the capacity, or even to delegate. So that means I had to unmute my voice, and I had to understand that my opinions had a place and a position. Unmuting means that I refuse to be silent about what, and I believe my faith had entrusted me to, to do. And it's not about being loud, it's about being faithful and truthful. Personally, it meant stopping the habit of shrinking, over explaining myself, waiting for permission. Unmute is clarity with courage. That's what I realized.
I love that. And it's okay to say no
It
because you can
is.
still be respectful at the very same exact time.
Absolutely.
And no does not equal disrespect.
Right.
Okay, so Powerhouse Speaker Unmute has grown into a movement. Why does this message matter now? And why are you taking it all the way beyond borders?
Well, I feel like women are exhausted from performing instead of leading. And globally, women are accomplished, but they are still muted by fear, by guilt, or systems that reward silence. And this message isn't cultural, it's human. And when a woman reclaims her voice, families shift, organizations heal, and economies strengthen.
So, part of an unmuted leadership is confidence with money.
Mhm.
You've done some work with My Carolina.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about My Carolina, and then let's talk about financial literacy.
Sure. My Carolina is a local television station here in the Raleigh area, CBS 17. And I had the pleasure of doing a monthly session with them, airing every month, talking about financial tips, financial literacy. And how it came about is I started a community called Women in Wealth, and I was doing free lunch and learns. And I was just letting women come there who had platforms to expand their business. I didn't even know these women. I was trying to make connections, and I gave them a free platform to do this. And I really feel that's important as our finances, because collaboration to me is a big collateral that we can use for our finances. And leadership without financial literacy limits impact. So when
Yeah.
women understand money, they negotiate differently, they lead differently, they plan with confidence instead of fear. And financial literacy isn't not just all about wealth, it's about agency. Now, you cannot lead boldly if you're not financially, you know, secure.
And this helps with burnout as well.
Absolutely. Less stress on burnout because you're not stressing about where the next dollar, the next sale, and you don't look at people as a dollar sign. You look at them as relationships, and that's how I want to help other women, go forth in 2026.
I love that. So exciting news. You have chosen NAWBO Greater Raleigh as a leadership home and are now serving as the president elect, which means bum, 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 in just a few months. You take over the frame. How does community complete the leadership journey you've described today?
Leadership is not meant to be isolated. So you can't do anything without a team, without a community. And NAWBO represents collective wisdom, shared accountability, strategic sisterhood. And community sharpens vision and it sustains momentum. So you don't just grow faster, you grow wiser when leadership is shared.
I love that. That is the perfect way to end this podcast. And I love strategic sisterhood. I might steal that, by
It's
the
fine.
way. um, Before I say goodbye, we always end with a favorite quote. Do you have a quote that
I
you would
do.
like to share with us today?
Sure. Martha Washington, the wife of George Washington. And she said this: the greater part of our happiness or misery depends upon our dispositions and not upon our circumstances.
Ooh, I like that one. You're going to have to email me that one. I like
I
that one a
will.
lot. Thank you so much for joining us today, sharing your wisdom, sharing your thoughts, and talking about this crazy, crazy word called burnout and the upsides of leadership. That's what I took away from today is the upside of leadership. And thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
And listeners, thank you as always for joining us today. And we will see you back here super soon for our very next episode. Have a great day, everyone.